welcome everyone back to the first time we are live from the Talking with Tarashuk Podcast. And Christian, I can see that overlay is a little off, but hey, fuck it.
I think you must have.
Maybe I tapped something, or maybe when you move the camera with the AC, something got adjusted. But hey, what if I just go like this? What if I just go like that? Does that fix it? Yeah. There we go.
Yeah,
so a little behind the scenes as we are live. This is the first time we are live. We are on YouTube, APS YouTube, Talking with Tarashuk YouTube. We are on Talking with Tarashuk Facebook, APS Twitch. We are on APS Twitter, and I believe we're on Cube Recording Studios Instagram. That's 6 places. I need 2 hands for them. So how this works is your first listening live or on the replay, whatever. This is the Unknown Unnamed Nonsense edition of the Talking with Tarashuk Podcast with myself, Will Tarashuk, it's Teason Thomas. ARASHUK, and me behind the board, Christian Wright.
What's going on? Going live, first time.
Yeah.
Talking with Tarashuk. I'm excited.
It's gonna be a great time.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a grand old time. So
now that we've moved past the technical difficulties.
Yeah,
we're here.
Get the phone out of here. So yeah, we got a list of random questions. Christian will ask them, we will answer them, and then we kind of go from there. If we kind of go off on a rant, we go off on a rant. If we go and talk about something else, we go talk about something else. Whenever it's an awkward silence and we don't know what to say, we ask another question.
Next question.
So you in the chat, if you're watching live, we'll be live hopefully every Monday moving forward, 6 or 7 o'clock p.m. We'll figure it out. Ask your questions. If they don't suck, we'll ask them. If you want to be a guest on the show and partake in the fun, email me, will@apspodcast.com. We'll get you on the show. We'll have a lot of fun. So, Christian, let's go to the look. Throw it on yourself, and let's ask the first question.
How do you think you're gonna die?
Oh, I've been waiting for this question.
It's pretty dark, but I'm starting it with some heavy shit.
Yeah, we're starting with some heavy shit. I think it's probably question 7, 8. It's a top 10 question, right?
Where is it? 25.
25. All right,
25.
It's top 25. How do you think you're gonna die? I don't know why I put this question on here.
I mean, I haven't given it much thought.
Really? No, I haven't either. But since I put this question on here, car accident.
Car accident?
I think I'm gonna die in a car accident.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the type of shit you don't put into the universe.
I know, and Jazz is gonna hate me for saying it. But
Wait. Did you slick back your hair? Like, did you? It was different the first time we did the test about 20 minutes ago.
So what I did, I put it underneath the band, so it doesn't stick up as much.
Yeah.
No, I got that really long. I got long ass hair. Maybe I'll die from like fur balls. You know, we ever see like 1,000 Ways to Die, where like people like eat their hair. And then, like, they get a hairball in their stomach, and then they end up dying from it.
Who eats their own hair?
People who have a nervous tick. A lot of women, because they have long hair.
Oh, they just eat their hair.
They chew on their hair, and then it bites off, and they swallow it, and your stomach can't digest hair because hair's not food. And then they end up dying. But yeah, I think.
I mean, how does that work though? Because, animals eat animals.
Well, we're not animals. Well, we are animals, but like, yeah.
Our immune system has further regressed to a point where we can't digest hair anymore.
I guess that's one way of looking at it.
I mean, because there's certain animals that we've certainly probably ate in the past that had hair on.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, but I gotta reach out to the producer of 1,000 Ways to Die and see what they say. Then I don't have an answer for that. It's really good. It's a good question.
But you think car accident?
I think car accident. It's either that. Honestly, dude, with my health the way it is, I'm like super unhealthy, but I'm not necessarily the pinnacle of health. I think I'm gonna die in my 60s. I think I'm gonna die at the age of 65 of like some disease or just a car accident somewhere along the line.
Yeah, I don't like the problem. The reason why I haven't thought about it is probably because I don't see myself as an old person.
Yeah.
You know how some people, they talk about like, and grow into old age and grow gray and hopefully with somebody. I've never had a vision of me like past like, I don't know, like 50.
Yep. Chris, did I lose your audio? Oh, no, I got you. Sorry, I heard a pop loss for a second.
No, I heard something too, but we're good.
We're good? All right,
we're
good.
good.
Good thing we're good.
We're good. Yeah, I haven't really had any picture of myself like past 50 or 60. It's kind of as far as I've gone. But probably because I just don't want to be old, but it's kind of just a reality that you have to be old.
It's an inevitable reality.
You don't have to be old, realistically, but...
My grandfather used to always joke about dying. I mean, that's what you gotta do when you're old and sick. You just gotta joke about it.
Yeah.
And Christian, for the record, you gotta monitor the Instagram chat because I don't have access to that.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do here.
All right, cool. So you just don't no idea how you're gonna die? Just
I mean, I'd like to think I'm doing what I love, which would be music.
Behind the board, baby, doing a Talk with Tarashuk podcast.
You know what I'm saying? I think I would hope it was doing music or doing the Talking with Tarashuk podcast.
It's gonna be 50 years from now, and then like we're gonna be like,
and nobody's gonna want to listen to us.
I'm gonna be like, all right, Christian, it's our season finale, it's our series finale. The last question, you're like, oh my heart, and then face plant.
Back in my day,
and then that's it, and that's it. That's it.
Back in my day, we didn't have these. We had podcasts. Nobody knows what those are anymore.
Dude, if that ever happens, my life is over.
That's your passion. That's your bread and butter.
If that ever happens, I'm gonna go get in a car accident.
Yeah.
All right, that was a little grim.
Oh shit.
What we got?
Nah, it just looks like the live isn't up anymore for IG, but I'm not gonna worry about it right now.
All right, well, that's good to know. That's what happens when you can't actually go live to IG properly, I guess. Maybe that's what the click was.
That might have been the click.
That might have been the click.
It might have been the click.
All right, it's all right. We're still live on two YouTubes, a Facebook, a Twitch, and a Twitter.
I'm stubborn though. I'm gonna keep messing with this while we're talking, but I'm focused. So yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna die. Never really gave it much thought. Don't really see myself as an old person. But I do see myself. Oh look, we're back up.
Oh, we're back up.
We're back up.
Look at that.
Just got the notification. I do see myself as a father.
Oh, for sure. We talked about this 2 weeks ago. Last time I was here.
Yeah. I do see myself as a father. So there's that.
That post I actually just posted that clip today on our Instagrams.
Did you? I didn't see it.
My Instagram and TikTok.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Posted this afternoon.
All right.
So, yeah.
I think that was a pretty good question to start with.
All right, what we got?
Have you ever had surgery?
I have had surgery.
You have.
So yeah.
Oh, and to expand on that, have you ever broke a bone?
I've never broken a bone. I have never broken a bone. I'm not too athletic. I'm not too crazy.
Tell us about the surgery.
So the surgery. So it's actually this is a really pathetic story. Not gonna lie. So in high school, I punctured my eardrums 3 times in 2 years.
Wrestling? Had you?
No, not wrestling. This is really actually. I'm telling you, this is pathetic. I mean, it's really pathetic. So the first one, I was at my friend Evan's house. This is probably.
Is it haha pathetic or like I feel bad for you pathetic?
You know what? You can be the judge. I don't know. You
like, am I gonna like find this amusing?
Honestly, I'll find some funny in there somewhere because there's some pretty crazy things in the story.
Yeah.
So the first one, pool party, my friend Evan's house. I dove to the bottom of his pool, maybe like 7-8 foot pool, like not crazy deep.
You were that guy?
Yeah, dude. His thing, I never dive. I never dive. But I decided to do a dive, and I jumped to the bottom of the pool. And I felt this pressure to split in my head.
No.
And I got out of the pool screaming, like, what the fuck is going on? And
so you didn't hit the bottom of the pool with your head?
No. So what happened was I jumped in the pool, and the pressure became so fast, my eardrum just split from the pressure, the change in pressure.
Oh, man.
So the eardrum split. I had no idea. I thought I had swimmer's ear. Like my head was there's a lot of fluid in my ear because there's a hole in it. So like I'm like shaking my head like fucking like this for like 3 hours.
I bet it feels crazy.
Yeah, it does feel pretty nice. Like my balance was a little off and like my head was just heavy. Like I was laying back like this, trying to drain out my ear, and like fluid was draining out of my ear, but it was just like, ear fluid.
Okay.
It was.
So you had to get surgery for that?
No, that one I didn't.
Oh.
So that one I went to the doctor. And he said, give it 2 months, 3 months. I don't know how long he said.
He's like, deal with this a long time longer.
He said, give it some time. And then if it heals naturally on its own, you're good. And if it doesn't, I'll go in and I'll do surgery.
You sure this guy was a doctor?
100%. He's one who did my surgery.
See if it just goes away.
So it did. It healed up on its own because as your body does, the hole plugged, and I was good. The second time, the next summer, I was at the Jersey Shore on vacation with my family and my friend going up to Denapolis. So shout out to the Denapolis. And I was in the ocean and like playing in the waves, and the waves are pretty rough.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like just jumping headfirst into the waves, and this really big wave came over me and smacked right in the side of the head. and the pressure from the wave hitting me, that this bit of split. So I had a pressure from a wave in the depth of a pool. I go out of the pool and I go, Mom, I punctured my eardrum. She goes, how do you know? I'm like, trust me, I know.
You're like the last story.
The last story. I was like, i.e. last summer. So this is the first day of the vacation too, nonetheless. So
that's usually how it works.
We go back to our like condo or whatever, and they thought it was swimmer's ear again. So they put eardrops in, and
I bet you have a much larger respect for water now.
Oh yeah, like remember the from the hot sauce in the eye story.
Yeah, a friend of mine, she's had some like near drowning experiences, and she's like, let's just say I respect large bodies of water.
I respect the water.
She's like, I don't hate the water. I'll get in, but I have much more respect for it. I respect its gangster, basically. Like, I know the power.
So yeah, that one was really bad. That was bad. So that ruined my whole vacation. We ended up going to the hospital, and they take the stethoscope, whatever, and look in my ear. They go, yeah, it's punctured. I go, I know it's punctured.
I've done this.
And then, so same thing, back from vacation, went to the same doctor. He's like, all right, give it 2 months and we'll see what happens. So 2 months go by, and here's how I know I needed surgery. This is the craziest part of the whole story.
Well, you need surgery
this one I needed surgery for.
Okay.
So how I knew, I would sit very still, and I would just like pretty much just breathe in through my nose a certain way, where I would feel the air going through my ear, through the hole in the eardrum. I could feel the air. I would breathe through my ear. I would breathe through my ear, Christian.
Yeah, that's not fucking normal, bro.
No, it's not normal at all.
You're supposed to breathe through your mouth and through your nose, bro.
I would take a deep breath. And
why are you breathing through? You're supposed to breathe through your mouth and your nose, man.
I'd feel the cool breeze going right through the eardrum. I go, ugh, a nice little shiver down my spine. So that one, it's like the doc's like, you ready? I'm like, it needs surgery. He's like, how do you know? I'm like, trust me. So he looks in, he's like, yep, you need surgery. So that one I had surgery on. I was out for a few hours maybe. How they do it is they go in your ear. They go behind the eardrum, take some cartilage, and then plug it in. I have no idea how, because they didn't there's no scar on my ear. I was like, did he just have little, how did he do it? How did he do it? How do you take a little needle or a little scoop it, a little, like an ice cream scooper, go behind the eardrum?
I don't know how they figure out half the shit out. Like, right? you know, like, whose idea was it to, let's say, for example, a family member of mine had, an aneurysm, terrible stuff. But, to alleviate these problems, they, drill into your, who was the first guy or gal? But we know how the oppression of women, so it's probably a guy.
Yep.
So let's say the first guy who decided, yeah, I'm gonna go at a person's skull with a drill, and that's gonna fix a problem.
I'm gonna plug someone's eardrum to see how this works.
Or do that little thing that I don't know what that was, but do that. Who was the first person?
No idea.
You know what I mean? Because it's like you can't learn karate from a book. So somebody had to do this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm very impressed with what humans have come up with for a lot of things.
So that one needed surgery, and a few weeks after the surgery, because I took maybe a week off of school, give or take, just to recover.
Right.
But I couldn't get my ear wet because it had to finish healing, so I couldn't get any water in my ear. In fact, for the whole.
So you didn't shower.
For a few weeks. Well, I don't know.
Or you wore earmuffs in the shower.
Well, I did shower. So even during the process of the hole being in there, I couldn't get any water in it because if water got past that hole, I could lose my whole hearing.
Oh, this was serious.
This was very serious. I could have lost my whole entire hearing.
This was the brink.
So I had to get.
And how old were you?
I was high school. So this is.
Yeah, because kids are stupid. Yeah. So you could have easily somehow.
Well, dude,
carelessly.
So here's where it gets really dumb.
You're a teenager.
So the first time I punctured the eardrum, I jumped back in the pool and did a really hard breathe through my nose, and trying to get all the water out of my ears. So I thought, I know how I'm gonna get water out of my ears. I'm gonna go jump back in the pool. So that didn't work. I got home. I was like, well, if I just take a shower, because every now and then, I go to the beach, I get water in my ears.
More water.
I thought,
water.
Yeah, freshman high school, I thought more water was a trick. So it wasn't. It wasn't at all.
It wasn't the trick.
So it
didn't fix it.
I had to get an earplug. So I took an earplug in the shower during those 2 months. I had to wait for it to plug up. But after I got the surgery, I had to put cotton balls in my ear for 2 weeks, in school.
You had to walk around like that.
Yeah, I had to walk around like that. I couldn't play.
Which story was supposed to be pathetic?
This whole story is pathetic.
Okay.
The even more pathetic part's kind of coming up.
I mean, it's not really pathetic.
It's kind of like how because of course this happens to Will.
Well, yeah.
So like I couldn't participate in band class because like the percussion could like ruin my hearing. I don't know. I took the excuse and did homework. But like I'd wear cotton balls, and like I remember there's a fire alarm. There's a fire drill like in the middle of band practice, and we went outside, and someone was just like, because it was cold. He's like, "Are you seriously putting cotton balls in your ear because it's cold?" I'm like, "No, I had surgery." He's like, "Oh, that makes sense."
Yeah, I mean,
I was like, yeah,
fortunately, I didn't. Fortunately, I never had. I never really had any major injuries.
No, me neither.
It was really my sister who has a theory. She finally broke the curse. She would get injured on every odd year of her life, like severe injuries, like that involved. She's busted open her chin twice. She's had concussions. She's had torn ligaments, like torn things on odd number years. I think she finally broke the cycle at like after 17. It's like she'd be walking around on eggshells, like the odd number years, and still end up hurting herself. Maybe which might have contributed because when you were worried about something, sometimes that's the thing that does it.
That's what happens.
Broke her arm. She's done so many things.
So you've never had surgery.
The closest thing that I had to a serious injury where I could have potentially needed surgery is that I had a very bad concussion from football practice my freshman year of high school, doing a drill known as the Nutcracker.
Oh, Jesus.
Which is basically two dudes hike, run straight towards each other, knock the shit out of each other. That's the goal.
Yeah,
one person has the ball, other person's trying to tackle. It's a fun time. I started sports in general, or football, very late. The people I'm going against are trying to go D1. I'm at a football high school where like football is the thing, private school, and even with public school, the kids I were playing against had been playing football since like kinder kickers, like pee-wee football, kindergarten type of stuff. I started playing football first time 7th grade. And I'm going into high school with like barely any experience, and I got the shit knocked out of me. And I woke up when I was already awake, if that makes any sense. I was just in the daze, on the bench, and I just come to.
Where am I?
And I'm looking. And the thing is, this school, like again, I reiterate, it's a football school. It's like, good, you threw up, now you could keep running. Like sergeants, like no mercy. This coach showed me compassion. He's like, after that hit, he's like, yo, you want to sit down, bro? You want to go get some water? That's the last thing I remembered. I wake up, I'm looking around, I see my pads over there, I see my helmet over there, I see my cleats down the way, and I'm like, nah, this ain't right. This is not right. My head is like breathing. It's like, I call my dad. I'm like, yo, I don't know what happened. You got to come get me. Takes me to the hospital. My nerves are all messed up. So I'm like projectile vomiting because I really rattled my brain. And I want to go to sleep, but that's the last thing you're supposed to do.
Yeah, you're not supposed to go to sleep with a concussion.
So he's like, don't go to sleep, Chris. Don't go to sleep. Stay with me. It's like John Q. Have you ever seen this?
I have. Love that movie.
Where he picks up his son off the baseball field and it's all dramatic and he's Denzel in it.
Yo, that movie.
Yeah,
that
so
fucking movie.
It was kind of like that, except I wasn't like a toddler or like whatever. He was like a 8-year-old or whatever. I was like 15, and I went to the hospital. They did the MRIs. They looked at my brain. They said, yeah, it's bad, but he's good. And I went to sleep, and I woke up 8 hours later. I slept for 8 hours after that hit.
Nice good night's sleep.
In the middle of the day.
Nice good night's sleep.
But it caused some memory loss. And sometimes I think back to that moment where sometimes when I forget things, I'm like, might have been that concussion.
Well, what surgery would they have done on you?
I don't know. I mean, I don't doubt man. You know what I mean? They come up with something.
Yeah, fair enough.
Something just for me. I mean, who decided to put like what is it? They put a nail in a knee, or what is it? They put a screw?
Yeah, screws.
Screw.
Yep. Or in your hips.
Yeah, I mean, who comes up with this stuff?
Doctors.
So, the people who do that, I don't know if they would have had a solution, but apparently it was the worst concussion you could have.
Okay. So
I'm not CTE with it though. I'm not.
That's good. That's good.
You know.
The third time I punctured my eardrum, I was playing basketball.
Oh my God, are you serious? Another eardrum?
Yeah. So,
I don't know if I could handle this.
I told you it was three times in 2 years. So the third time was the next school year. Actually, no, it was actually the same school year. It was just later that June. So I literally I got the surgery November, and then the following June I punctured it again. So,
Dude.
So this is the most.
I hope there's not water involved in this.
No, there's no water. This one's just wow. This is just bad luck. So me and my friend Jeremy were playing basketball. It's the last gym class of the year, and I'm just fucking with him. I'm just kind of jabbing him, like poking him or whatever.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Well, fuck off!" And he smacks me beside the head.
In the same side.
Right ear twice, left ear got surgery. So he smacked me on the right ear. And then the way his hand...
So that one is the one that was already punctured.
Both of them were already punctured. Both of them got punctured. But
both of them.
But the third one was the right ear for the second time. So when he smacked me inside the head, his hand just goes over my ear the right way, and that suction popped it.
Like that karate move where they say on somebody's head, that actually does damage.
That actually does, yeah.
That actually does. That's not just in movies.
I can confirm. It does indeed do damage.
It does the thing.
And I just go, fuck, Jimmy, you just punctured my eardrum. He's like, what do you mean? I go, what? I just go,
this is actually kind of hilarious.
Yeah, right? So
now that you're telling me a third time and you know immediately.
I knew immediately. I knew immediately both times.
It's like a bit where a woman who just had sex knows she's pregnant because she's been pregnant so many times. Yep. It just happened. She's like,
God damn it.
She's like, I'm pregnant. It's like, how could you fucking know that?
I'm pregnant.
It's like, I just feel it. I know. They made it.
It's a girl too, by the way.
they made it.
Dude, every now and then I'll just breathe in through my nose that way just to check my eardrums, just to check. But then I went and saw a doctor the third time. He's like, bro, again? He's like, I'll gladly take the check for another surgery, but again? And luckily, no hearing loss. No, my hearing is 100% fine, which is shocking to me. Although I will.
You did one of those tests?
Yeah, I do the test in the office
with the beeps.
The beeps, and did you psych yourself out? But I swear to God, I don't have hearing loss, but I think my perception of hearing is different. So I'll think I'm.
I mean, because sometimes you think the mic's not on.
Exactly. Well, it's it's not necessarily that. It's more of I think I'm being quiet, but I'm not. To me, I'm not talking loud. But I am. That's how
well, that's usually people who do that. Usually it's because they can't hear, though.
Yeah.
Usually.
Well, but I've had the test and my hearing's totally fine, so I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, I mean, you're just a loud talker.
I've always been a loud talker.
I think you're just a passionate guy.
I'm definitely a passionate guy. But
you're a passionate guy.
But when I'm yelling on this podcast, I don't realize I'm yelling. To me, I think I'm just talking normal voice, my inside voice.
Yeah, if this wasn't soundproofed,
Yeah.
There's a guy yelling.
All the time.
Every Monday at 6 o'clock, but today it's Thursday.
And I'm in here by myself, at least here behind the window.
Yeah.
All right. That was a good question. I'm glad.
Also,
I got to share that story.
I don't know if this is what we wanted, but we kind of have it on split screen. There hasn't been much switching.
Yeah.
In that regard.
Do you have concussion story? You should have switched, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? I will get on top of the switching.
Yeah. So switch back to you. That's a new question.
All right. So I'm just looking for a good one.
You always are. First one you see, man. First one you see.
What food could you not live without?
Ooh. Fuck, man. That's a great question.
I mean, I know what mine is.
Oh, man. I'm stuck between two. So I'm going to answer both of them. I could not, my last meal would be chicken parm with some buffalo wings.
Oh, I love Italian.
Yeah, dude. I'm half Italian. You know this. So the food.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The food I couldn't live without is, without a doubt, chicken parm and buffalo wings. I love spicy food. And even I got Crohn's disease. So other surgeries I've had, I guess, if you want to count coronavirus.
Can you remind me what Crohn's is again?
I'm
constantly seeing commercials on late night TV.
Crohn's is an intestinal disease, where it's your intestines also does, your stomach does, so the path of digestion starts in the mouth. So digestion actually starts with saliva and when you're chewing food up.
I did learn about all this. Saliva is actually very important. And chewing your food fully.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chewing your food, that's, if you have Crohn's disease, you're going to want to make sure you chew your food, extra. Because that's where digestion begins, and Crohn's disease is a digestional, intestinal problem. So it starts with chewing and saliva. When you swallow, it goes into the stomach breaks it down further, But from there, it goes into the intestines where it breaks down to its final form before it goes into poo and exits your anus. So with Crohn's, it's a disorder or disease where the intestines lining can't break down certain types of food. It's mostly things that are high in fiber.
Can't break down.
Cannot break down fiber. So instead of getting broken down, it just passes right on through. It's like, you think you're gonna beat me up? Nah.
So you're gonna like shit out an apple, like an actual apple?
Well, no, because the tubes in the intestines aren't that wide, so it's not getting broken down. It gets stuck, and if it gets stuck, like your intestines will go from like I guess let me go in front of the camera, like this to like this, and eventually
blockage.
It'll be like this. It'll cause a blockage.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So if you have a blockage, then you gotta go into the hospital, and hopefully, like they stop feeding you, they put you on an IV, and hopefully that the inflammation goes down on its own. And if it doesn't go down on its own, they gotta remove it. So that's what Crohn's is. But since I have Crohn's, people assume I can't eat spicy food, but that's not true.
Is that related at all?
No, not at all.
Spiciness?
Not at all. So like I couldn't.
Is that a misnomer? Is that a misconception?
You can go back to split screen question. No, it is definitely a misconception because people assume spicy food is stomach problems, but it's not a stomach problem. It's an intestinal problem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So people are just
yeah.
they just don't know anything.
Yeah, it's digestive.
Right.
So I love spicy food. I adore spicy food. It still gives me the shits. Don't get me wrong, but I love it. I would eat buffalo wings all the time. I would eat chicken parm every single day if I could.
Yeah. So chicken parm that's your food of choice?
Yep.
You kind of remind me of Italian because I growing up loving spaghetti.
Yeah.
Loving spaghetti.
Oh, what's good like Puerto Rican cuisine?
See, my mom didn't really cook a lot of Puerto Rican cuisine.
It's a damn shame. Like jerk chicken.
Nah, that's not Puerto Rican. She used to make something called pollo guisado, which is basically chicken stew. That's probably one of the only Puerto Rican stew dishes that she really made. But my mom made everything but Italian food, Mexican food, Indian food, Chinese food, stir fries, whatever, growing up. And she made some bomb ass Italian. Her chicken parm, I feel like we need to have like a parm off. You know what I mean?
Oh, I don't cook chicken parm. I just eat it.
Oh, you just eat it?
Yeah, I just eat it.
All right. Well, her chicken parm is mean. Her spaghetti's mean. I'm just running through the things. It's between. I love burgers though. I love a good burger.
I do enjoy a good burger.
I think I can't go going just a year without burgers would be too much for me to bear. A good cheeseburger, man. It's not great for your health, but I love it.
Yeah, it's good. It's good for your mind though. You get that oral pleasure. You're just like, oh, nice juicy burger.
It's called eating a cheeseburger. Eating oral pleasure,
dude. How do you have it cooked?
Medium.
Medium. Okay, I think that's good for burgers. Burgers should probably be medium.
It's juicy, but it's not bleeding.
It's firm.
You know what I mean?
Like it's juicy, but it's not making the bread disgusting. You can still hold it.
It's not bleeding. It's cooked. It's still juicy. I don't get the people that do well done. That's like tar to me.
Dude, Jazz does well done steak, and I just give her that look every single time.
Man, a medium steak, man?
No, medium, like well done.
No. I'm saying, but like compared, like medium, I love medium.
No, your steak needs to be medium rare.
Medium rare, I could get on board with that.
Like salmon,
I could get on board with that.
Fish needs to be medium well. Pork needs to be well done.
People usually don't ask though when you eat fish.
Like
you kind of just eat it how it's prepared.
They only ask for salmon, which is what I've noticed at restaurants. Like if they give you a salmon, how do you want it cooked? I go, I have no idea. And they go, typically it's medium.
It's like no one has asked me this question before.
Yeah, it's like I don't want raw fish, and I'm definitely gonna be sick. So medium, definitely medium. It's still nice and little soft. It's still tasty, but it's like you don't want it to be like raw and red.
Nah, I mean I think like fish is kind of a no-brainer. It starts off pink.
Yeah.
So make it look a little less pink.
Yeah. Pork don't even bother asking. Pork's like it's getting well done. Just eat it.
Yeah.
So it has to. Otherwise,
I don't really
salmonella, whatever it is.
Don't have an opinion on the doneness of pork.
You don't eat pork?
No, I do. It's just been a while since I've had a pork chop. I'm talking years.
Dude, I don't like pork chops. That's the thing. So pork is weird.
I mean, like bacon. You know what I mean?
I love bacon. I do love bacon. Like pulled pork. I love pulled pork.
Pulled pork.
It's like specifically pork chops. I don't.
That you don't.
I don't like.
I'm not a pulled pork guy. I've had I have people that marvel about, oh, you got to try this pulled pork sandwich, man, and I'm like, all right, cool, I'll try it, but I don't fiend for it. But I'm gonna say cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburgers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or it might be like
what kind?
Pancakes. I love pancakes.
I do love pancakes. Yeah. So we were down in Nashville. We went to Waffle House because obviously that's what you do when you're in the South.
Yeah.
You ever been to a Waffle House?
Probably once. Once or twice, but like not in like adulthood. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was delicious. I mean, it's waffles.
Like chicken and waffles?
Yeah. They actually didn't have chicken and waffles on the menu, which is surprising. I was shocked.
It's embarrassing, but I've never had chicken and waffles.
Oh, it's delicious.
I've never had chicken and waffles together.
It's so good. Do you think like syrup on fried chicken wouldn't be good? But it's delicious.
I'm pretty open to these things.
It's delicious. So I got a chocolate chip waffle. Jazz got a peanut butter chip waffle, and then we shared like a hash brown bowl with like cheese and bacon. $24.
Have you been to the Brownstone?
No, I have not.
You've heard of it?
Have not.
You have never heard of it?
Have not.
Englewood and Englewood Cliffs. There's 2 locations. Anyway, this place is like crazy dessert place, like pancakes, all types of crazy pancakes, crazy waffles, crazy cappuccinos and coffees. If you're a pancake guy or a waffle guy, highly recommended. The Brownstone. Very good. Yeah.
Right.
And for everyone listening.
All right.
Brownstone. It's dope.
I still can't believe it was $24 waffles. It was incredible.
24?
That was the whole meal. $24. 2 waffles and a hash brown bowl and a cup of coffee. $24.
Are you saying that's expensive?
Cheap as fuck.
Oh, you're saying that's cheap.
So cheap. Up here in New York, that'd be like $40.
Oh, man. Don't even get me started on the price thing again. I'm still recovering from Spain.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, like, I had a different value of money when I came back.
Yeah.
Like $5. I was like, I'm not going to waste this $5.
I have $5 now.
He's like, that's like 2 meals.
Are you a gambler?
No, and I'm not good when I do.
I'm not good either, but
I'm not I mean, I've always wanted to play poker, but I've never done well with blackjack. And never have done well with slots, if you could even call that gambling. It's gambling, but it's not like
cheating.
It's not gambling.
It's not gambling. It's just throwing money away.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right, you only win every now and then because they legally have to let you win.
That's going in the pool with the swimmies on, man.
Right, exactly. So I was in Atlantic City this past weekend, and I went in. I went with $200 cash. I was like, all right, this is my playing money for the weekend. Like
big spender.
I don't even want to spend this money, but you gotta put something down. And like my friend's bachelor party, and he's a gambler, and his brother's a gambler, and their friends are gamblers. I was like, all right, I can't just not gamble.
When you say that, it sounds like such a stigma.
No, I mean like
gamblers.
They don't actually know that they do love sports gambling. They do love sports betting, which I do not.
And it's very accessible these days with all the apps.
Yeah, of course.
And you don't even have to go to a place.
Dude, you can play blackjack.
Do it on your phone.
You can play roulette on your phone.
A friend of mine, he gambled for 6 months. He lost his job, and he just was living off winning poker games and things.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah. Then he went back into the workforce.
He actually probably didn't win that. He probably
maybe he ran out of luck.
Yeah, maybe he ran out of luck. Yeah, ran out of luck.
Yeah.
Ran out of money.
Yeah.
So I go in with 200. First night, first half of the night, I think I was down 100, and then before we leave, I go back on the blackjack table, and the next thing you know, I'm up to I was down 100. Next thing you know, I'm up 200.
You're up 200.
I was up 200.
Nice.
So I was just like, oh, I got $400 cash in my wallet right now. What the fuck? What am I doing? So, the next night, I was like, what do I do, man? What do I do? Do I just walk away? Because we have 2 nights there. The next second night, I'm just like, all right. Do I play 100 and see what happens? Do I sit tight and just keep that 200? Because, extra $200, it's a credit card bill right there for me.
You fucking kept playing.
Of course I kept playing.
Yeah.
Like, we had time to kill before the club. Like, we had, 2 hours to kill before we ended up going to the club. And I'm like, all right, let me just do 100. I lose it in roulette in, 10, not even 10 minutes. 6 hands, it's gone.
All of it?
All of it. Because the minimum is $25 minimum.
Okay.
That was the problem. Like these poker tables, these blackjack and roulette tables, there's $25 minimum. So I went up 200 pretty quick, but then I lost it pretty quick. So I was like, all right, let me just play roulette. Lost it all. Lost $100 in 6 hands.
Or
six spins.
I was up probably $50, kept playing, lost all of it.
Yep.
I didn't put much down to begin with.
So now I'm like, all right, I'm still up 100. But we still have another hour for the club. So I'm thinking, I'm looking for blackjacks.
Is it that you're not good or?
No, it's completely lucky. There's no such thing as being good.
No. Well, certain people they play the odds and they know what they're doing and they understand the game fully.
I only play blackjack and roulette. I don't play poker. My friends are playing craps for hours all night. They're playing craps, which I don't even understand. I didn't want to understand. I don't want to be good at gambling. I don't want to be a gambler. But so I take that last $100, go to blackjack, lose it in 6 hands. So I left even. I left dead smack at even. I won I came in with 200, won 200, lost 200.
Blackjack is the one where you don't want to bust.
Yeah, you 21.
21. It's 21. Yeah. See, the fact that I asked that question means I don't belong in a casino.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when I lost that money, which wasn't much, I lost $50.
We also played different casinos. So I was doing really good at Tropicana, and then I did really bad at Bally's, and then I did really good at Bally's, and then I lost it all at Tropicana again. There you go.
Damn.
This is crazy.
How do we even get there?
I don't know. We talking about Nashville. Everybody the next thing I asked you if you were a gambler.
Oh, okay. Question, expanded upon.
Yeah. Next question. What do you got?
I don't know why you wrote this. I need to know why you wrote this. How did an inch get its name?
This is a first guess game, man.
How did an inch get its name?
How did an inch get its name?
Oh, this is a guess game.
It's the guess game. We got to guess.
Why? There's a lot of things that have names. Why'd you choose an inch?
Dude, I couldn't sleep. And I was like, I had to write it. It just came in my head, so I wrote it down. I want to see what you say. So, an inch is about what? This much space? Give it. Where's the camera? An inch is about this much space.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
A foot. It was the guy put his foot down. Like, this is a foot. But where did right? Where did the inch?
I'm gonna give you a boring answer.
All right, I like boring answers.
Wait, no.
Is this gonna be another Victor Von Goosebump story?
I think that's what you're gonna have to come up with because it's not gonna be me.
I've been thinking of this question for ages. I wrote this question months ago.
See, this is my first time. I need some time to process this to come up with something ridiculous.
It's the first, and then you're gonna Google it. I'm gonna find out the answer.
I mean, Google has all types of ridiculous search suggestions. This might be one.
Yeah. How did the inch get its name?
You take it away.
So I'm gonna say this. I hate you. I'm gonna say that the same guy who put his foot down is like, this is a foot. He whipped his dick out, and it wasn't hard. He's like, well, we gotta call it something. He's like, 12 needs to make my foot.
Wow.
12 needs to make my foot. So it's an inch. It's like,
wow, that didn't even answer the question.
How did an inch get its name? He's like, well,
that didn't even answer the question.
I don't know, man. It's such a hard question.
The unit of measurement was a man's penis.
Yeah, it's a man's penis. It's an inch.
And
there's
room for a really bad pun.
Dude, it's probably some Latin word or Greek word for a goddess of length and girth. I don't know. How did the inch get its name? It's the first guess game. Wish we had a chat room that could tell us.
Yeah. Let me check. I don't think anybody's actually.
So do you don't have a guess? Yeah, that's my guess. Some guy uses his dick.
Somebody's asking what wing place.
What wing place?
Did you talk about wings?
Buffalo wings.
You did.
Yeah,
right?
I did.
Yeah, what wing place?
That's a I do love Buffalo Wild Wings. Well, in Hoboken, I would go at 10th and Willow. That has the best wings in Hoboken for sure. But that doesn't mean anything to anyone outside of Jersey or Hoboken. Buffalo, like if just chains, Buffalo Wild Wings probably has really good wings. I don't know if you've ever been to a wing stop.
I don't remember you talking about wings, man. It must have been that concussion.
It was the favorite food. Like, what food could you not go without? I said chicken parm and buffalo wings.
Oh, okay.
Then I said spicy food and Crohn's and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah,
talk.
What wing place? Inch Wings. How about that? Inch Wings.
Did you make that up?
I did make that up.
Okay.
So how did an inch get its name? Something to do with some guy's cock. That's my guess. What's your first guess? What's your first guess?
I don't have an answer for this.
You know what I mean?
This is too.
It's too out there.
That's like, how did an elephant get its name?
I should put that on there. It's go elephant.
You know what I mean? Like, oh man, I'm not so good at these improv ridiculousness.
Well, put that camera on you and come up with something.
You know what I mean? How did an inch get its name? Nah. Let's move on.
All right, you gotta Google it. You gotta Google it and pull it up.
All right, let's Google it.
Google it. Pull it up. Pull that Google up. I don't stick looking at me.
Let's Google it up.
There's a list of questions, in case anyone's wondering. Get its name.
Old English. Ints. Which in turn came from the Latin unit uncia, which was 1/12 of a Roman foot.
Okay.
Well, like everything, there's so much shit in English that just derives from Latin.
I told you it was Latin or Greek.
Those of you on the live, we just pulled up. We asked Google, how did an inch get its name? It comes from Old English, which derived from Latin.
Oh yeah, because you're on Instagram and they don't get to see that.
Yeah, they don't get to see that.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, so there you go.
Yeah, well, I'm glad I put that on there. Because now I know. So it's a Latin for 1/12. Which, why the fuck is it 12?
I mean,
I hate that we don't use the metric system, because the metric system is way better.
You think, well, because it's units of 10.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why are 5,282 feet in a mile?
This is unrelated, but you know what I can't stand? Celsius.
Celsius? I'm not a fan of Celsius either.
I hate Celsius.
I do hate, I'll guarantee you that. Fahrenheit, although the fact that 32 is frozen makes no sense, but like 80, 70, 60, 70, 80, 90, like.
But that's my point. It's like, it's easy to think about. You think of things from 0 to 100.
It makes sense.
100 is hot, 0 is cold.
Fahrenheit's way better than Celsius.
You know, like, I mean, I got to look this up right now.
Like, why is 30 degrees Celsius?
85 Fahrenheit to Celsius. So
I think it's
85 is it's reasonably hot. That's 29.
29
in Celsius.
Yeah, 29
I don't like that.
I don't like that at all.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
It's misleading.
It's very misleading. Say it's 30 degrees out. That sounds cold. That should be cold. But like 32 degrees is freezing. That doesn't make any sense either. Like 0 degrees Celsius is freezing. That makes perfect sense.
We said 32 degrees.
32 degrees Fahrenheit is 0 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
It's the freezing point.
I guess nah. I'm still with Fahrenheit.
Yeah, I'm also with Fahrenheit because it just makes more sense. Like, what is 18 degrees Fahrenheit? Like, it's Celsius. You're like, is that hot, cold? I have no idea.
You have no idea.
No idea.
Because they're.
But like right now, it's like 82 degrees out. I'm like, oh, that's warm. That's nice. It's comfortable.
Yeah, it's easy to benchmark.
Easy to understand.
Even for people that come here, they get used to it very quickly.
Yeah.
Because they're like, okay, 60s are kind of breezy.
Yeah.
70, oh, it's getting warm. 80, like, okay, it's time to go to the beach.
90, it's get the AC on and protect your grandparents.
Exactly. It's very, it made me think of the different decades while I was saying that. 60, 70, 80, 90.
The 80s were pretty nice.
They were nice. There was also a lot of bad shit happening, too.
We went to a club called Boogie Nights in Atlantic City, and it was like 60s, it was those 70s, 80s, and 90s like disco themed. So
nice.
That was really cool.
Nice.
That was really cool. That was fun. A lot of MJ. It was nice.
Nice. All right.
What's our next question?
Next question. Do you think, rephrase, should businesses be involved or make statements about politics?
Oh,
I think, personally, no.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
And my reasoning is because they're not going to tell the truth anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I have a pretty, I don't know, polarizing or maybe cynical view about this. I'll give you an example. Black Lives Matter.
I'm glad you said it and I didn't have to.
All of a sudden, every company's Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. We didn't know all this time. We didn't know. It's like, no, and you did know, and you know now, but it's only important because it's trendy. You're going to look like the racist company if you don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that is not an actual reflection of what a company may think. That's one example. Or another example would be being eco-friendly.
Mm-hmm.
These companies didn't care before.
They don't care now.
They cared about their bottom line, and they still don't care now. But
they make these statements and they still don't care.
They pretend to care.
And
the first example was a little bit more, like people like, But I think being eco-friendly is a perfect example. Or being health conscious, like doing yoga retreats for their employees and this, that, and the third. It's just the way the society is moving and following the trend of what everyone else is doing and what is politically correct.
I would say that's different. Yoga retreats for the company, their employees is different.
Well, that maybe they consider that might keep their employees motivated and getting off time. And maybe
that's an internal thing.
So, but like at the same time, though, it's an internal thing, but it's also, I see again the cynicism. It's like if other companies are doing it, I'm going to seem less attractive as a company that someone would want to work for.
Yeah, it's free market. It's a free market. Power of the free market. That's fine. I have no problem with that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But again, it's not genuine. It's not always genuine caring about a particular topic or way of doing things. It's because of what, the conditions around you.
Right. These are more like political statements, right? Like the war in Ukraine. Why is Nike releasing a statement on the war in Ukraine?
Oh, it is politics. We did say politics stuff.
Like, what is Nike have to, like? Did you start the war, Nike? Like, what? Why are you commenting on the war in Ukraine? Also, Nike, like, I hate the fact that companies have values. Like, companies need to have beliefs and stand for something. Mm-hmm. Which is like, you're not real. You know what I mean? Like, a company isn't a person. A company like Nike.
Yeah.
Nike cannot have values. Nike is a piece of paper legally.
Mm-hmm.
Nike is just government documents saying that it's a company. You know what I mean? Like, that's all it is.
Right.
That's all it is.
It's like we're a united front. Our, 300,000 employees, we all have the same opinion.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Talking with Tarashuk doesn't have any opinions on anything. It's a podcast. It's not real. Me, Will Tarashuk, I have opinions on fucking everything. I have.
Oh yeah.
I have values.
We wouldn't have a show if you didn't.
Exactly. I have values. I have morals. If the CEO of Nike or like Elon Musk wants to make a personal statement on the war in Ukraine or Black Lives Matter or Roe v. Wade or Donald Trump or January 6th, fine. You're an individual. You have rights, morals, and values. As
an individual.
Yeah, as a limited liable company, whatever an LLC stands for, you stand.
That's what it stands for.
You stand for fucking nothing because all you are is this legal document saying that you're a business to make money. Right? That's all you are. You are not a person. You don't have thoughts and feelings or emotions or values. It's marketing.
It's marketing.
It's marketing.
It's marketing.
And it's just like, don't do it. Don't do it unless it has something to do directly with you. Like I don't know who.
The companies are acting like they're a sovereign nation.
Exactly. If George Floyd was an executive for TD Bank or was a general manager at a TD Bank branch. And TD Bank released a statement, that's totally appropriate because it has to do with you. It has to do directly with
you.
Oh
yeah, with an employee.
Right? Like
you're saying if George Floyd worked for TD Bank.
Yeah, and what happened to him actually happened to him, and like TD Bank released a statement, that's appropriate. But if Bank of America releases a statement alongside it, Bank of America can go fuck yourself. You're not real. You know what I mean? Like, you're not real. You're not a real person.
You're not real.
Because unless it has directly something to do with your company, why are you making a statement? Why you want a soapbox? Why? Like, what if someone in your company, I'm not going to use George Floyd as an example, but like, why does everyone in your company need to adhere and agree to these made-up policies in your mission statement? This is ridiculous. And why do people expect companies to make a statement like this? Like, if a company doesn't change their logo to be rainbow in June for Pride Month, like, people legitimately get angry. And I'm like, why? Why?
Yeah, that's kind of a bigger...
Why does a company need to stand for something?
Well, because we're in an era where, and I get it to an extent, social responsibility. One of the probably top companies in the world is they make the shoes and they donate a pair every time they sell a pair.
Yes, I forget who it's
Tom's.
Yes.
Tom's.
Yep.
That's cool.
That's cool.
I like that. But because you have these companies that are doing the socially responsible thing, whether that's like the donating the shoes or helping the kids in Flint, Michigan with water.
I would also say that's completely different because one, that's philanthropy, so that's different.
Right.
That's philanthropy.
But it is social responsibility.
But it has to do directly with their business.
Right.
I'm not saying businesses shouldn't do the right thing. But
I'm saying
stay in your fucking lane.
I'm saying because I think people blur the lines between the two.
Yeah.
That's the point that I'm making.
Yeah.
Because we live in a world where there are social responsible companies that do things, or like the social responsibility of like clothing makers who aren't using sweatshops. Because of so much people getting in trouble over things, now it's kind of transitioned from someone just not doing wrong to like, okay, but what do you stand for? What are your values? I think those lines have become blurred, and that's the reason why people expect companies that aren't even individuals to care about things like in general.
Yeah, my answer would be my company doesn't stand for anything. My company stands to make money because that's what a company does. That's what a company is.
But how do you feel about the war?
My company has no opinion on the war because my company can't speak.
Unless you're a weapons manufacturer.
My company does not have vocal cords. My company has people who write PR statements, but those are just people. Now, if someone from my company, like, I got Willie T Productions. Willie T Productions would not be making a statement on anything. Like, and that has directly to do with us. Now, if one of my employees wants to make a statement, go for it. You are fully allowed within your rights. I do not care. Like, if you want to change your logo to the pride flag, you want to wear rainbow every single day of the month of June in the office, fine. No problem whatsoever.
That's actually a good parallel to the Black Lives Matter thing, the pride flag.
Sure.
You know what I mean? If you don't do it, then people are thinking, oh, this person isn't with it.
Yeah, and they also skew left all the time. You don't see companies making like, we support our cops, thin blue line, baby, right? Like, it's only really matters on the left or issues on the left that companies come out and support.
Well, because those are the people that are, calling people out over these things, for better and for worse.
Yeah, they're the ones who actually care.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I mean, the right is kind of just status quo, so there's nothing even to talk about.
Well, the right don't expect it. I don't think. I bet people on the right would love a company to stand for the thin blue line that isn't like a gun company or like a severe right wing company. I mean, gun companies aren't severe right wing, but.
I mean, it's just. I mean, the times have changed so much.
Yeah.
There was a time where like support our troop stickers were like on the back of cars, and I hear you.
It just genuinely annoys me that companies make statements like this that have nothing to do with them.
Do you have an example?
Oh, I don't. Not off the top of my head.
Okay.
I can give an example though. Surprisingly, that once Roe vs. Wade was overturned, a lot of companies didn't say anything.
Well, that was smart.
Well, here's the thing. People noticed. Because that's kind of the hole they dug themselves into. That might have been why I wrote this question down. companies for George Floyd, for example, everyone made a statement. Like the New York Yankees wrote a statement, right? Based sports teams now making a statement. Everyone made a statement about the injustice of George Floyd.
I mean, here's the thing. I think this is where I'll kind of add an addendum to companies making statements.
Twitch, listen.
I think things that
it's more
that are about humanity, like issues, common decency, the oppression of a certain people, whether it's women or minorities or whoever. The thing that happened with George Floyd, police brutality. I think sometimes in those cases, it's okay because we're talking about common human decency here.
Sure, but I don't think a company should release a statement. I think the CEO of that company should release a statement. I think that's more powerful. I think Jeff Bezos releasing a statement is more powerful than Amazon releasing a statement.
Oh, so you're saying the statement reads, not a direct quote, but Amazon believes.
Yeah, Amazon. It's not even a meaningful statement. It's just written by lawyers and PR reps. Amazon stands with blank for the injustice of blank and in defense of blank because of blank, and they just mix and match to certain topics that are being discussed. Now, when celebrities all came out after George Floyd, or like celebrities had their thing during the pandemic, like wellness together, totally fine. Not an issue with that. Like if Kim Kardashian wants to do her clothing brand, because it is her brand, it is really herself. I think that's different because it represents her, right? It's her name on her brand. Like she is speaking for herself. But companies shouldn't make comments on anything like that because they don't believe in anything because they're not real people.
I see your point.
They're not real people. Like your company physically cannot have values because only people and living things can actually have values.
You're not real.
You're not real. You're not real. You shouldn't expect a company to have these values because, again, they're not real. And it's to say a company has these values. It's like if a company has 1,000 employees, you can make a statement that says you're speaking for all 1,000 of your employees.
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
And a company like Amazon, it ain't 1,000.
Right? Like, okay, you're going to make a statement on the war in Ukraine, but what if one of your employees has family in Russia and he's like, you know what, I kind of support the war, or I don't support the war, right? Like, I think it's very foolish. Or like, the big thing now, I haven't seen companies release a statement on, but the big thing people are mad at now is the new Little Mermaid. It's a black actress playing Little Mermaid.
Oh, I saw a clip of that.
To which, who the fuck cares? Like, who the fuck actually cares?
It's a mermaid.
Oh, it's a mermaid. But here's the thing.
She's not. This wasn't a real mermaid.
But the crazy thing is, here's what I'm seeing. This completely, because no company is releasing a statement on Little Mermaid other than maybe the movie studios producing the movie, which in that case would be fair. Like if Disney released a statement, that's fair because it's their movie and has to do directly with them. But if like Warner Brothers released a statement, what are you doing? Right?
Yo, that's interesting. Disney Plus is now putting
disclaimers.
IC, insensitive culture references. Like, I have like TVMA.
Yeah.
They have IC, contains insensitive culture references.
They'll put messages like in front of Dumbo. Like,
Dumbo the internet's obviously going wild about it. They're like, I see, like, insensitive culture reference translation. We were racist, but we're not anymore.
Yeah.
Like, but I just that's what kind of made me think.
I mean, they were racist. Walt Disney was like a super racist. He hated Jews.
there was, but like literally in the movies, and there were certain depictions.
Yeah, dude.
Or they were saying
out.
I don't know if it was insensitive or outdated. I think it was insensitive.
Both.
I think it was IC.
Both.
I see.
Well, like Dumbo, for example, right? Because Dumbo has the racist crows. They literally call them
Name Jim.
The Jim Crow. The Jim Crows.
The crow that's yeah.
Which for the time was topical, and for the time pretty funny, and even today funnier for a different reason. But they'll put a disclaimer, like a 30-second this blank
it's
screen.
Funny now because it's like what?
It's funny.
It's like really.
It's funny because of how bad it is. It's funny because they let it slide. That's why it's funny.
It was okay. It was like really. This was in a kid's movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, listen. I'm glad they're not pulling them.
I mean,
I'm glad they're not pulling. They shouldn't pull.
There's two sides of the aisle.
They shouldn't pull
on this argument where like some people have been like, okay, you know, Disney's holding itself accountable, and other people are saying it's a write-off.
It is. It's a write-off.
You think it's a write-off?
It's a write-off. I mean, but the other option is they take it down, which I don't think they should do at all. Like, you don't erase your history.
Yeah.
So the disclaimer they add is like this movie depicts some references that were outdated under modern culture. But we want to preserve like our history and not like erase it or whatever. It was wrong then. It was wrong now. Like, we understand, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Right, and I think the argument that a lot of people are saying is like, yeah, they didn't say all that. They just wrote.
Again, it was a PR statement.
Right.
But that's different because it's directly involved with them. Right?
Oh yeah.
Right?
Certainly every right. Right.
I do read that. I kind of roll my eyes going like, yeah, no shit. But, you know, they got to cover their ass. And I would prefer that to they put it in Peter Pan too. There's a few movies that's like, why is this here?
Yeah, I was reading about it. Peter Pan was one of them. Yeah. Dumbo. I don't really know the others. I don't really pay attention or really care.
Dumbo. Yeah, I think Dumbo could use that warning. But it's like, well, who are you warning?
I mean,
that's another thing. Like, who?
It's
like, who's gonna see that warning and go, I don't know, I might have to turn this off now.
Like a little kid, it's like, I don't think I'm supposed to be watching this.
The thing is, though, dude, as little kids,
but it's like exactly to your point. It's not actually
who is
it's not a warning. It's a PR move.
Who's it for, though?
It's a PR move.
Who's it for?
It's not like a parent's gonna sit down with the kid and be like, yeah, so you know that crow, you know that character that you liked in that movie, it's named Jim. That's actually a bad thing. You know, like no one's gonna have that conversation with little kids.
And kids aren't gonna pick up on it.
And they're not gonna notice it. They're not gonna pick up on it.
Adults gonna pick up on it. That's why it works, dude.
But that's the thing. It's not a warning. It's a PR move.
Yeah, but who is it there for?
I don't know.
Who are they warning?
I don't really think it's a warning at all, really.
Like, well, who are they disclaiming? It's a disclaimer, right? Who are they? Who is
I
their
don't know.
target
Is it in an effort to get more black audiences? Maybe that's why.
Is the black person gonna see it and go, "Oh, I feel better"? It's like,
well, that's probably the logic of it.
Who's it there for?
I mean,
like,
it's not. It's a stupid logic.
I mean,
but
like it serves no purpose being there.
Somebody thought it would. I don't agree with it, but I think somebody thought like, oh yeah, if we acknowledge fault, then maybe that'll. This is just my theory.
Yeah,
this is my theory.
Who's it there for? Who is it fucking there for?
Get more black audiences, I guess. They looked at the thing. They were like, well, we need more minority viewers. What are we gonna do?
We're gonna warn them.
We're gonna tell them. No, it's not even a warning. It's like an acknowledgement. It's like a scarlet letter.
Fine.
Yeah.
But like, who cares? Like, there's a disclaimer there, okay?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, dude, racism was bad in the 40s and the 50s when this movie was released. Duh. Like, are you surprised? No, you shouldn't be surprised.
Again, I think it's a ploy.
It is a ploy.
I think it's a ploy.
It's silly. It's really funny, though.
All right. Next question. Yeah, I guess we are.
How long are we going here?
How long are we at? We are at hour 6.
Let's do one more question.
All right.
Make it a fun one.
Random. How much money do you think you've spent on underwear? I've spent a lot.
Dude,
a lot.
Not gonna lie, it's like this funky undies.
A lot.
So what are we counting as underwear? Because like, what's this, a tank top? I'm not wearing a wife beater today. But
I mean, are we gonna? Is this what we're doing? We're gonna look up. You want to look up the definition of underwear?
Yeah,
real quick?
It's like clothing you wear under.
Let's look up the definition of underwear.
Because it's not like not your parents. Because like your parents would buy clothes for you and your kid, hopefully.
I mean, if you're wearing underwear from when your parents, like from when you were little, that's problematic.
That's concerning. No, I probably bought my last like pack of underwear probably 2 years ago.
Clothing worn under clothes, typically next to the skin.
All right, so that counts like
so
tank
by this
tops.
definition, does that mean like, well, you know what? It's in the title, an undershirt.
Yeah, undershirt. Yeah,
undershirt is underwear.
So if you just wear like a plain white tee underneath like a t-shirt or whatever, like a wife beater, a tank top, underwear, like bras if you're a woman, panties. If you bought bras or panties for your girlfriend. or your wife, if you're out there, like that would count.
Like tally it all
up.
I mean, I alone
Dude, probably not that much. Probably like
I counted my underwear once. And I have 52 pairs of underwear.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't. I probably have like 9 pairs.
I mean, because you buy them in packs, man.
You buy them in packs and they last.
I mean, especially if you get like a decent brand.
What am I wearing now?
What am I wearing now?
What does it say?
I'm wearing a no frills right now.
Poudew, Poudew. I don't know what that is.
I'm usually Calvin or Hanes.
But I think I bought these 2, maybe 3 years ago. I've just had them ever since. And there's no holes. They're stretchy. They're comfy. They're boxer briefs. So I probably spent my maybe $200 on underwear, maybe $250 my entire life for myself.
But you're talking about like underwear. You're not talking about like undershirts.
Undershirts as well. Yeah, probably they're cheap. Underwear's cheap. Fruit of the Loom.
See, Calvin's more expensive. So I don't know.
Let me go to Amazon. See how much like undies.
I mean, but I got a whole bunch of different shit. I mean, I got the Calvin, I got the Hanes, I got the no frills.
You're an underwear connoisseur.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, there's actually a story to tell about the ones I'm wearing right now, but I don't think I'm gonna tell it. It's funny, but
do you consider socks underwear?
No, basically, I'm not telling a story. I'm not telling a story. I was gonna tell the story. I'm not telling a story.
You're not telling a story?
I'm telling a story.
Oh yeah, it's like a Hanes men's underwear boxer briefs, $18 on Amazon, and it's a pack of 6.
See, but like my underwear, I feel like it's brick and mortar.
How expensive are your undies? You know, I might have to go buy some Hanes tagless boxer briefs.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're looking on Amazon. That's probably the cheapest place you could get them.
Yeah.
Mine, I've got them mostly in stores. Well, all of them in stores. I've never ordered a pack of underwear off Amazon.
Really?
Kind of a weird thing to order online.
Why?
I mean, it's not like you try them on in the store, but it just feels weird.
Why?
I mean, your underwear, like, you know, you get a box shipped to you and you open it up and it's just some underwear.
Yeah, it's a 6-pack of undies. Champions. You know. Champions are $30.
Oh, you know what? I am a Champion guy. Yeah, I have a lot of underwear, man.
Interesting. Cloth or like the stretchy stuff?
I just don't like, I don't like washing. That's probably the reason why I have so many.
You just like wear them a few times and throw them out?
No, because my friends were like, yo, like I haven't seen you wash this month. Like you're wearing the same underwear. I'm like, step right into my room, fellas. Look in my drawer. There is plenty more.
Everywhere.
I am not dirty.
I put a price on it.
I mean, I'll probably say $200-$300 too. But like mine is just underwear though, like just underwear.
Yeah, underpants. I do buy the tank tops a little more often because I do wash them with my colors.
Oh, I used to be a tank top guy.
They get a little grimy.
I used to be a tank top guy.
I do call them wife beaters.
I know. I feel like I knew that, and I felt your effort to not call them wife beaters in this very instance.
I do like wearing the wife beaters. They're very comfortable.
I was going to say I was going to be a wife. I was going to say I used to be a wife beater guy, and I realized.
Do not say that.
I realized while I was saying it, I was like, I cannot say I used to be a wife beater guy.
You can't get rid of that one. You can't unsay that one.
I mean, did I say it though? I said I was going to.
You came close, but you did say it, just different context.
But yeah, I definitely say probably $200-$300. So like just on underwear though, like just on the underpants. T-shirts. If you add the undershirts and the tank tops, damn it, man! You put it back on my head. Definitely more.
Definitely more.
Yeah.
God damn. Oh, we lost our video feed on Instagram, by the way.
Oh, did we?
I don't know how long ago. Like it says it's live. I try to watch and it says it's ended. And that's my Instagram screwing up. Yeah, live video ended.
Oh, cool.
So maybe that service just sucks.
Maybe. Let me see on mine. But yeah, we're at hour 11.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. It's just less things I have to cut and copy and do clips and whatnot. But at least it's already uploaded to YouTube, so that helps. It's on both YouTubes. So yeah, that was fun. This was a good show. I had a good time.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I think our chemistry's building, sir.
Yes, sir. It's pretty easy.
You know what I'm saying? We just be vibing now, like less rigid, less stringent. We're just chilling. We're talking shit. We're asking all the questions that need answers. If we don't know them, we look it up. And once we get a bigger following, we got to start asking questions to the comments.
Yeah, we need people to comment first. So yeah, if you're out there, join our live streams. We'll be live. I don't know, Christian, what do you think? Monday at 7?
Yeah. Monday at 7.
I can usually get here by 6. We'll do an hour to set up, test.
Well, I don't know if you realize, but today was the first time that we kind of started at like around 6:30, but then we tried something else.
Yeah, so maybe we'll do 6:30.
Like we kind of started on time today.
Yeah.
Because you got here about quarter to.
Got here right at 5:30, like 5:35.
Yeah.
And then I did set up the streams, ran a few tests, and yeah, we'll be good. So I think we should do that. We definitely need guests. Guests are a lot of fun. And then you and me got to figure out our coaching series and how to start a podcast and do all that. We can talk all that off air. So put that camera on me. We'll do the outro.
That's your thing. You always do that.
That is my thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a Talking with Tarashuk podcast. We have been live on YouTube, APS YouTube, Talking with Tarashuk YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to both of those for clips, shorts, and a long-form version and live version of this podcast. Either channel will do. Eventually, we're going to have more stuff on the APS YouTube channel and less Talking with Tarashuk stuff. So if you like this podcast and want all Talking with Tarashuk, subscribe to that channel. If you want less of Talking with Tarashuk and more of other content that's going to be coming in the next few months, go to the APS YouTube channel. Facebook, same thing, more clips. Our TikTok at APS Podcast, which I'm probably going to change to Talk with Tarashuk. This all Talking with Tarashuk clips. Once we get to 1,000 followers, we can go to live on TikTok, and we're about 20% of the way there. So help with that other 80. Our Kickstarter should probably start by the time this is aired or the week's coming. Make sure you donate to us so we can build our app and really fund this company and start going forward, pushing forward. So if you give $1, $2, $5, $100, $1,000, that'd be great. But I'm cool with anything, even a penny. Give me a penny. Nice shiny penny. A nice fresh new penny. I want you to give me so many pennies.
I want a copper one.
I want you to give me so many pennies I can fit them in a bathtub. You can finally get the answer to that question. We also live on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, hopefully once we can get that all figured out. But I have been Will Tarashuk, T's Thomas, Arashuk. All the other content is on the RSS feed, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher. My previous guest, Phil Riccobono, the first two-time guest of this podcast, aired on the 14th of September. Go check that out. All the clips will be released on YouTube or already have been, as well as TikTok, Instagram Reels, and all that fun stuff. Christian, plug your shit.
Cube Recording Studios. CubeRecordingStudios.com, and it's how you can find me, find us, find the studio. We can handle audio, video, as you can see, everything. We can get you on all the different platforms, all the ones that Will just mentioned, and come through. You could book online. You could, see what we're doing. Some of our podcasts are listed there. It's going to be hooked to an RSS feed, so you can see them as they come in. Check it out. Back to you, Will.
Yeah, come be a guest on this podcast, man. It's a lot of fun. My buddy Ricky will be here. Probably Monday. I'll see if we can get him on Monday. He'll go live with us. He does go live with us every Wednesday on Kings of Rings podcast. So that'll be really fun. He can defend himself. We talked a lot of shit last week. or 3 weeks ago, however long it was. So that'll be fun. Will at apspodcast.com. If you want to ask your own questions, you can do it in the chat. Or you can email me, will at apspodcast.com. And we'll get it there. So we'll be back on Monday live. And the video and audio will be released on Wednesday, as well as all the other podcasts released Wednesday morning, 10 a.m. But until then, we'll see you there. Y'all take care.